Hello, good afternoon listeners. You are all welcome to this second session on how to use the new textbooks of maths for effective learning among the students. I am S.B. Singh from SCRT and with me is my co-author Mr. Devbrata Biswas and Mr. D.K. Chetri. In first session held on 20th April 2020, Mr. Rajiv Philip talked on circumstances under which the new books were written, inclusion of education for sustainable development, and different agencies that supported throughout the process of content development. Today, in continuation of what Mr. Rajiv Philip and Ms. Trinity Lapcha discussed in first session, we shall discuss the overall structure of the books. The newly developed books mainly consist three important parts. This is something unique that we never had witnessed in past. So new books, they can be seen into three different aspects. The first part, it talks about the learning outcomes suggested in the curriculum prescribed by NCERT. These learning outcomes, in fact, are the intended learning among the students at a particular level or class. We can say that they are the objectives to be achieved through appropriate teaching learning processes. First few pages of the book are devoted to enlist these learning outcomes and are purely meant for teachers. Before planning and devising any teaching learning process in the classroom, a teacher needs to be very clear about these learning outcomes. Once the teacher is clear about these learning outcomes, she will be able to use the content provided more effectively, and also she can think of and devise better strategies and activities for a smooth transaction of the lesson. Once the teacher is clear about these learning outcomes, at this stage I further share some of the specific learning outcomes related to addition and subtraction of class 1 to class 3 levels. These learning outcomes will be followed by the content that supports acquiring of these learning outcomes. So first part, once again I will reiterate on that, it is purely meant for teachers. It talks about learning outcomes. The learning outcomes for today's topic that will be discussed further in detail, it's related to combination and removal, or we can say addition and subtraction. So class wise, a few, for example, I will read out for you. If you have got your books with you, you can refer page 7 of class 1 and class 2 also. 1 or 2 pages they are devoted for enlistment of these learning outcomes. You just can see the learning outcomes, and in relation to that we will be going to discuss and talk about content part. So learning outcomes, they read this way: child count objects concretely, pictorially, and pick up correct number of objects from a bigger collection. Class 1 usually we take care of the numbers learning from 1 to 20. The child reads and writes numerals, compares numbers, automatize number combination of 10. So combination of 10, we say if you have gone through the Jodogan trainings and processes, combination of 10 we can say it's 1 and 9. So child should be able to understand those things, that how 10 can be written as a combination. It may be 2 and 8, or maybe 4 and 6, etc. Construct addition facts up to 9 by using concrete objects. Say for example 3 plus 3. The child can start at 3 and counts further 3 steps. So 3 plus 3, it will lead to 6. Child subtracts a smaller number from a larger one in the range from 1 to 20. Solve day-to-day problems related to addition and subtraction of numbers up to 20, of course at their level. If you see the learning outcomes related to addition and subtraction at class 2 level, here at this level child reads and writes numerals for number up to 100. Use place value in writing and comparing two-digit numbers. Child, form the greatest and smallest two-digit numbers with and without repetition of digits. Solve simple daily life problems, situations based on addition subtraction of two-digit numbers. And the child do mental arithmetic. This is another very important aspect, that if they could learn the things without doing the things on papers, that's something we count as learning outcome. That's what we expect the child to be equipped at this level. Class 3 level, again for the same chapter, that is addition and subtraction, the learning outcome that we need to work for as a teacher, they are: child reads and writes numbers up to 999 using place value. Compare numbers up to 999 using place value. Solve simple daily life problem using addition and subtraction of numbers again up to 3 digits. Here one more point I will emphasize: when we talk about place value, the term recall or talking about this particular term place value may be avoided. Even without talking place value, the child can be made understand how different digits will be understood at different places. Say I have got number 16. So if the teacher works to separate the objects, the concrete objects, it may be in terms of pebbles, it may be caps, it may be some wooden sticks. So the tens bundle can be made, and that will be counted as 110. And then suppose if the number was 16, 6 single units will be there. And then while they are writing, they will be writing 110 and 6 units. As a two-digit number, when they write, it can always be, they can always be advised, they can be always made understand that the tens will always be written on the left side and units on the right side. So that's how, without exactly mentioning place value, they still can be made understood about the place value of different digits. So this is all about first part of the book, that is purely meant for teachers, that is learning outcomes. They have to understand what exactly learning outcomes they are working for, what they intend the child to learn for. Second part of these books, the newly developed books, that is content part, and that makes major portion of the book. Almost 90% of the book is filled with content. It's just equipped with content part. It provides to use as a medium, a tool that supports a teacher, helps her students to acquire those prescribed learning outcomes. So one way we can say that this is something, it just consists of illustration, it talks about activities, it talks about games, it talks about descriptions, all these things that help the teacher and child both to understand and to acquire those learning outcomes. While developing the content, context was always a very important factor. The themes, the stories and activities used as content to realize the prescribed learning outcomes are all contextualized. It is kept in mind that children are familiar to the content and able to connect it to their life. So this is not something that alien for them. This is not something of remote which they don't understand or they are not familiar. So content part is full of all situations, all illustrations that the child is familiar to. Say for example, at class 3 level, the learning outcomes a teacher is working for is the child solves simple daily life problems using addition, subtraction of 3-digit numbers. This is the learning outcome. So how it can be taken care of through the content. To ensure realizing of this objective, this learning outcome, the chapter Some Difference at class 3 level talks in detail the concept development through different teaching learning materials and activities. This in detail will be discussed by my co-authors, Mr. Devbrata and DK sir. So now this is all about second part. Then it comes third part, which is something unique. I don't think in past we have ever witnessed this illustration about teacher's note. or teacher space. So how it works, that I will talk a bit on that. When the teacher is well understood with learning outcomes they are going to work for, they do have a content with them to help the child understand those or acquire those learning outcomes. Third part is again to support, to help the teachers. Once children have learned all numbers from 0 to 9, they can count any of these numbers and are familiar with the numerals. Introduce the Gannemala. So this is a suggestion, this is a support to the teacher, what and how they can ensure and use the content in a better manner to make the child understand. Note that this is a concrete version of the number line, so the counting should always be left to right. Gannemala helps children see the increasing order of the numbers and the position of each one with respect to the other. On Gannemala we have got the beads, so if they count up to a particular bead as 8, then towards its left what should be the number, to its right what should be the number. In a concrete manner they can see and they can understand it. So this is something teacher has to arrange as an activity. So this is a suggestion through teacher space. This will also help children automatically see that 7 can other way be written as 5 plus 2. 5 and then if we add 2 more, that is 6 and 7. Or if it some other number, so let us say it's 8, then 5 plus 3, 8. So they are learning even the combination or addition, we can say. Next topic, next part of the content which I can take for example here, playing with numbers up to 20. This is another part, this is extract from those teacher space meant for addition and subtraction in the textbook. For the chapter mentioned above, that is combination and removal, and more combining and removing, as the children learn numbers, it is important that they play with them. One possible activity is to take a collection of marbles or bottle caps in different colors, find the count for each color and order them in increasing or decreasing order. Blue bottle caps are most in number, followed by green. So there are some examples how the things can grow or develop. And white one are least in numbers. Situations is like that. Gannemala and Ganitmala help in recollecting the sequence of number names and their relative position on the number line. So this is a concrete version of number line that usually we use at higher level. This fosters the understanding of what comes before 7. On Gannemala or this Ganitmala we can see it while they are counting. What comes after 18 and what is between 9 and 11, etc. In addition, these also help children relate to fact that the bigger number is always on the right of the smaller number, or otherwise the number is on the left side. Addition, subtraction with these numbers, of course when we talk at class 1 level it should not exceed 20, fosters the number sense further. 10 frames and Gannemala help children partition 6, 7, etc. We can always get the child understand how they can make different parts, combinations of different numbers. Let us say it is 6. So what other way they can see the things on Gannemala is 5 plus 1 they can say, or they can say it is 4 plus 2. If it was 7 they could have asked that this is 5 plus 2, etc. 10 frames and Ganitmala helps in grasping the partition of 10, which I talked in the beginning also, that 10 as a combination of two numbers. It could be 2 plus 8, it could be 7 plus 3. So how this is one shot of that mental mathematics also. Without referring those Gannemala or Ganitmala, still a child can think of those combinations for easy numbers, 10 as I was saying. So there could be different combinations they will be aware of. These partitions add mental mathematics and help children compute faster. So this is how it grows. So once again I will reiterate, the best way that you could use these books, you have to see the books in 3 parts. First part, once again I will say, is learning outcomes. As a teacher you need to be familiar to that, you need to be clear on that, that this is what I need my child to learn. through a class. Second part is content, that is something to support you as a teacher, as well as this is meant for children also. In case the child goes through those illustrations, those activities explained in those textbooks, they even can learn to some extent on their own also. So that again is very important part, because it is working for both, for a child as well as for teacher. Third part, once again I will repeat, this is teacher space. So teacher space once again is purely meant for teachers, where they are advised, they are suggested different activities, different way of devising or putting the content to the child, where they could understand it smoothly and easily. So this is something new. Otherwise, as far as content is there, you have always been doing those things when with the old books. So I don't think there is much different on that. Of course, contextualization is there. Things they are taken from immediate environment of the children, they are familiar to, something they understand easily and can relate to their life. So see the book in three parts. First part, learning outcomes. Second part, content which you will be delivering in the classroom. And third part, it's a support for you, which can help you think of better strategy, better pedagogy, and could devise some activities and illustrations to help the children. So with this word, I think I can stop my part here, the structure of the book in three parts. Further, as I in the beginning said, that we will be discussing in detail the chapter on addition and subtraction for class 1, 2 and 3. They are of course with different names. Class 2 it is combination and removal, class 3 it is addition, subtraction, class 1 also again combination things are there. So thank you very much. I hand over the things to DK sir for further explanation of class 1 and 2 addition and subtraction. Thank you.
श्रोता वर्गलाई म भीम ठटाल, डाइरेक्टर प्राइमेरी एजुकेसन अनि समग्र शिक्षा डाइरेक्टरको तर्फबाट नमस्कार। एससीईआरटी अनि समग्र शिक्षाद्वारा तयार पारिएको प्राइमेरी स्कुलको लागि जुन टेक्स्ट बुक छ त्यो तयार भएर आइसकेको छ। तर यो नयाँ टेक्स्ट बुकलाई पढाउनका लागि शिक्षक शिक्षिकाहरूले प्रशिक्षण लिनु अनिवार्य छ। अहिले लकडाउनको समयमा कुनै एक ठाउँ भेला भएर ट्रेनिङ दिन सम्भव नभएकोले गर्दाखेरि हामीले यो ट्रेनिङ आकाशवाणीको गान्तोक केन्द्र मार्फत प्रसारित गरिरहेका छौं। प्रत्येक सोमबार, बुधबार अनि शुक्रबार दिउँसो 12 बजेदेखि यो ट्रेनिङ कार्यक्रम आकाशवाणी गान्तोकबाट प्रसारण गरिनेछ। यस कार्यक्रमलाई अस्ति चाहिँ हामीले प्राइमेरी टिचरहरूको लागि मात्र राखेका थियौं, तर अब यो कार्यक्रम हामीले प्राइमेरी टिचरलाई मात्र नभएर चाहिँ सबै स्कुलका हेडमास्टरहरूलाई, ब्लक रिसोर्स सेन्टर कोअर्डिनेटर, क्लस्टर रिसोर्स सेन्टर कोअर्डिनेटर, एसिस्टेन्ट एजुकेसन अफिसर, एसिस्टेन्ट डाइरेक्टर, डेपुटी डाइरेक्टर सबैले यो ट्रेनिङ गर्न अनिवार्य रहेको छ। त्यसर्थ यहाँहरूलाई यो ट्रेनिङ अनिवार्य रूपमा गरिदिनु हुन हामी निवेदन गर्दछौं। स्मरण रहोस्, यस विषयमा अब अन्य कुनै ट्रेनिङ गरिने छैन। त्यसर्थ रेडियो मार्फतै यो जुन ट्रेनिङको प्रसारण भइरहेको छ यसैलाई नै तपाईहरुले सुन्नु हुन हामी निवेदन गर्दछौं।
Good afternoon to all our listeners. I am Devabrata Biswas, teaching in Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Devrali. First of all, I like to thank our respected SB sir for providing such an useful information. I think all of you have liked it. Now, as you know, we all are in a very difficult state at this moment because of COVID-19. So we, the teacher fraternity, must try our best to help each other and learn from each other, and must think of innovative methods of delivering lessons in this new system of learning. I begin by saying that our friends already has started a discussion last week. That was Monday. Mathematics classes were there last Monday. So we start from that part only. Today I have taken, as SB sir has said, the chapter combining and removing for a short discussion. Now if you look at the maths book, front cover of class 1, 2 and 3, you can see it starts with the name in block finding maths, and then playing maths in class 2, and then finally in 3 it comes as experiencing maths. I believe by now you will get our intention. That means we tried to make our children just play with maths. Let them explore maths. And as you know, in class 1, 2 and 3, we deal with small children. In the beginning only, I would like to mention that the main aim of this new textbook is to break the earlier trend of teaching maths, and that also through algorithm, and assessment through question and answers and filling the blanks, and in a completely different way. We try to do it in a different way, means what we tried, we should gradually develop the children's mind to find and explore maths in all possible situations. I repeat, we are allowing the child to explore maths, and at the same time, formative assessments will be carried on by the teacher with it. Reading also plays a big role, so it should be encouraged from lower classes only. Because as we find when we deal with higher class children, they really lack reading habits. So if we can inculcate this habit from lower classes, I think it will be very useful for all of us. First of all, the name combining and removing has been given to introduce the concept of addition and subtraction, as the words combining and removing are more familiar to child's mind rather than addition and subtraction, which are more of mathematical. Our focus was to make the children learn the concepts through dialogues, stories and activities such that they can relate it with their real life situation. In class 1, there are 2 chapters of combining and removing. Chapter 3, page number 56, and chapter 7, mode of combining and removing, that is page number 88. We start with allowing the children to play with numbers. This can be done through different innovative activities by teachers. As our SB sir has already said, that Ganyamala and Ganitmala will definitely help in recollecting the sequence of number names and their relative positions on the number line. Because they must understand what comes before, what comes after, and what is in between 2 numbers. This also helps the children relate to that the bigger number is on the right of the smaller number on the number line. Here I would like to mention here that as a group we have decided to integrate mental maths in the lesson itself. So use of mental strategies and manipulatives can be found throughout our lessons. In class 1, addition and subtraction, our try was to deal with numbers, as sir also has repeated, some not exceeding 20, which can foster the number sense further. Manipulatives also like 10 frames and Ganyamala will help children in partition, just like it helped in 10 as 2 and 8 or 7 and 3, etc. These partitions aid mental mathematics and help the children to calculate faster. We started addition and subtraction with stories or context to bring out the meaning of each operation, with situations involving smaller numbers in the beginning, so that the calculation is easy for them. Now we come to class 2. In class 2, the second chapter is combining and removing. So let's come to page number 28. In page number 28, we can see that the introduction is given through a short recapitulation of simple addition and subtraction. Here I would like to mention that it is expected that children will observe, draw and find the answers by themselves, as already addition and subtraction has been introduced in class 1. We all observe that EVS has been integrated through pictures in this introductory part and in other parts also, as you know that there are no separate textbooks for EVS till class 2. Now in page number 29, come to page number 29, there is an activity based on Teacher's Day. So it is expected that the teacher, depending on his or her class strength, can take the children for an outdoor activity, maybe in the school ground. The teacher can bring flowers with colored sheets and present this activity, keeping in mind we should not tear real flowers. The students will find the activity interesting. They will be definitely find interesting so that they can relate it while they solve this question. As you know, we have tried to bring in the concept of combination of 10. Now here I would like to mention that since the situation is little changed, now we are not actually facing the students. So we have to change our activities on terms of COVID-19 situation. So we can prepare ourselves, we can prepare our students, because as you know that we have only done maybe 1 or 1.5 month classes in the school after that COVID-19 came. So some new students also have joined. So we can prepare ourselves in this long break, so that both those students, the new ones and the old ones, can be at par. And so we have to invent and we have to make those activities as per our need. The teacher can go ahead and discuss more combinations of other numbers. Just like 10, they can try for other combinations also. In page number 30 and 31, the commutative and associative properties of addition has been visually explained. Because visually explanation, I think students will feel better. They will get interest also. As you can see that in this activity, three children are playing in a field. One of them says that he has 7 earthworms, another has 5 earthworms, and the other has 3 earthworms. So here we see, through their own observation, I repeat, through their own observation, they find the sum of 7 plus 5 and 5 plus 7. And they realize that both the sums are same. So this is the commutative property of addition. Again, it is extended to understand the associative property of addition by adding 7 plus 5 plus 3 in 2 different ways. So the aim is not to teach directly. We haven't tried anywhere to teach, just to arouse interest in the students, but let them feel through their own actions. Next, come to page number 32. If you come to page number 32, there is an activity called snake and ladder. This is an activity on the hundreds chart, which if executed properly can act as an excellent visual aid in solving addition and subtraction problems. Here it is expected that first we can let them play the game for some time, and through playing only they will slowly get to know many things. If not, we will just raise question like what happens when we go one step right or one step left or one step down or one step up. I would like to mention here, when you introduce these type of activities, maybe for the first day if you take the snake and ladder, make a chart in this activity and bring it, the students will find it very interesting. They will be just curious to play it. This should be done in such a way, so this activity should be done in such a way so that they can notice patterns. That is our main aim. So that children can notice patterns. May not be in 1 or 2 days. We can make them play for 1 or 2 days, and then they will gradually notice patterns and understand that one step right is increased by 1. One step left is decreased by 1. One step up is increased by 10, and one step down is decreased by 10. So this should come gradually, and it caters both to their kinesthetic and visual abilities. Before discussing addition and subtraction, it is a good idea to explore and practice going from one number to other on this chart. So this chart is a very useful aid for us. This helps children to develop a mental image of the mutual relationship numbers have with each other. Now come to page number 39 and 40. Now there are Gunitmala and Open Number Line. They are used for jumps of 10, forward and backward. Initially, children may be comfortable jumping to a multiple of 10 first. Like for example, a student has to go from 67 to 95. So that he can go to the nearest number from 67 to 70, then jumps of 10, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and then 90 to 95. That is a total jump of 3 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5. But later, gradually, when he will be doing for many days, the teacher should encourage them, or we can encourage them if they cannot, or maybe we can see that they are bringing on their own to use jumps of 10 from any number, like 67 to 77, direct jump of 10. Then from 77 he will go to 87, then 87 to 97. Then after 97, because he or she has to reach 95, so he or she can come back 2 steps. That is a total jump of 10 plus 10 plus 10 minus 2. Because the student is coming back, so minus 2. So this can be further accelerated. This will happen. I am telling this in one go, but this will happen slowly, and the teacher will find very satisfied when gradually all the students will get. Now different students will take different time. Maybe some will do little faster, some will do slowly, but it may come if we constantly do these activities. So it can be accelerated to, as I am saying, 67 to 97. Directly he can jump to, then he or she can come back. That is a total jump of 30 minus 2 equal to 28. So we are focusing on Ganitmala and then on the open number line. The open number line also facilitates count on rather than count all. Previously count one all was there. Now count all is on is important. Since the jumps can start from the first number rather than from 0. From any number they can start. The teacher should use Ganitmala. It is requested from all our team, we request here that please have a Ganitmala in your classrooms. An open number line to enact and discuss word problems as well. Cloth clips can be placed on the Ganitmala to indicate the numbers as they come up. Similarly, more opportunities of addition and subtraction are explored through locally used materials like Churpi, which children see every day, so that ESD, Education for Sustainable Development Goals, has been also taken care of in a subtle way. In page number 42, the topic is a visit to Changu Lake. Here also it is expected that we will first tell them many things about Changu through stories and informal discussions like whether they have heard of Changu, they have visited or not. Many may not have visited and so on. So our aim is not to teach maths but just to make them curious and feel free to ask any question to the teachers openly. If we give them opportunities, slowly they will come up with it. They will be free and they will pose questions. Now, firstly it is said in this activity, you see, Anita has 18 churpis and it is shown that 10 are in a chain and 8 are kept loose. Now it is said that Songmeet has 13 more. So how can she visualize? Maybe she will make a chain of 10 and keep 3 loose. That is a 13. So when she has to combine all along with Anita, she will know that she has 2 chains of 10 each and 8 and 3 loose, which makes 3 chains and 3 loose, so a total of 33. So in this way she can learn additions through her own activity, through her own actions. Similarly for Brijesh, he has 6 less. So maybe he will think that out of the 8 loose, he will remove 6 and so he has a chain and 2 more, which makes it 12. In this way, addition and subtraction are slowly fed to the students, and the earlier trend of teaching addition and subtraction through algorithm only is avoided. At the end of the chapter, some word problems are also kept in page number 50 to see whether our learning outcomes are fulfilled or not. So now, finally I want to say it is a good idea through this chapter of combining and removing involving sums and difference, we can be in a position to ask children to create their own problems, own stories. They can create their own stories. And at the same time, we must not also forget the learning outcomes of this chapter, because at the end that matters most. And we should change our strategies as per our need, which suits better for our children. Thank you all.
Thank you, SP sir and Vishwas sir. Good afternoon, all the listeners. Myself, DK Chetri, GT Maths from Tadong Senior Secondary School. As our previous speaker already discussed about structure of book and addition subtraction of class 1 and 2, I will discuss third and fourth chapter of class 3. Our third chapter of class 3 is bigger number. The learning outcomes of these chapters are read and write number up to 999 using place value, and another one is compare numbers up to 999 using place value. Now look at the very first content of the chapter bigger number. So here in this chapter, childhood spent in rural areas is much adventurous and fun as compared to that of urban areas. Similarly, in this content, collecting amala among rural children is much familiar activity compared to that of the urban students. At this age, they collect amala without purpose. They will eat unnecessarily and waste, but here in chapter, they all are collecting for the purpose which children may learn. One more thing you can observe, that is the name of children. So here the different name is given so in order to maintain the communal harmony. In class 2, children may learn up to 99, Now here in class 3, we will have to make them learn up to 999. So here in this context, 2 digits are given. It is a kind of revision and making them ready for bigger number. In this context, not only number is given, but some kind of mathematical operation is there. Instead of this, so we can suggest some other activities for the same content, like fruit and vegetables usually eaten in single digit number, leaves in ferns, egg eaten in a house in a week, number of steps they walk in a day or a week. Now look at another content which is about Maghe Mela. Here Adarsh and Praveen goes to Mela with their mother. Mela is all about fun, taking a ride, having food and buying toys, which every children love to do. They will enjoy this kind of content, and it is also given in class 2 as thematic chapter, which is already discussed in previous session. Maghe Mela is a kind of traditional festival which is celebrated in the month of January on the day of Makar Sankranti. Name of some traditional food names is also mentioned in the content. Here in this content, we introduced 100 and some other digits number which is bigger than previous content. Now slowly they are heading towards 3-digit number. So the above two content mentioned is a kind of experiential learning for the children. They experiences the things around them practically and then learn. Now in next page, so here 200 is introduced, so which they haven't known in lower classes, but it's not introduced in direct way. To introduce 200 here in chapter, some age related content is given. In this content, children will know about life expectancy of living creature. At the same time, bigger number is introduced, which is 200. Now in next page you can see the 108 malas. So here also some traditional things are shown. So in the same page you can see the teacher note, which is very important. So here, so teacher's note says, teacher may also use Ganit Mala having 200 beads and arrow cards for counting and making numbers. Ask students to find out the number of mane in monastery whenever they visit monastery. Now I'll talk something about manipulatives, which is the teaching aids. The first one is FLU, which is flat, long and unit. So here unit means a square. 10 such unit make one long, which represent 10 box. 10 such longs make one flat, which represents 100 box, and 100 square. Making of it is given in teacher page. So you can see the teacher page of your textbook. Can help children to make a set to use it as manipulatives. This is very much useful manipulative to teach the position of number, that is ones, tens and 100 position, as well as to find sum and differences of 3-digit number. Now look at page 36. A beautiful guessing game is given, which we can do in class by bringing P or some other seeds which we can count. Now in the same content, in the same chapter, look at page 37. So arrow card is used to show the position of a number. Before discussing how to make arrow card, I just wanted to say, let's take an example. Suppose 25. 25, we normally say 25 is combination of 2 and 5, but it is not like that. Actually 25 means 2 tens and 5 ones, meaning if we combine 2 tens and 5 ones, we will get 25. Arrow card help us to understand the combination and position of number. Images of arrow card is given in your textbook, so using chart paper you can make an arrow card. You will have to make all card having single digit except 0, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Meaning एरो कार्ड बनाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ सिंगल डिजिटको एरो कार्ड 1 देखि 9 सम्मको बनाउनु पर्यो. सिमिलरली 2 डिजिट्स बनाउँदाखेरि 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 यो बनाउनु पर्यो. सिमिलरली 3 डिजिटको एरो कार्ड बनाउँदाखेरि 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 and 900 को बनाउनु पर्यो. र यो एरो कार्ड बनाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ सिंगल डिजिटको एरो कार्डको साइज, 2 डिजिटको एरो कार्डको साइज र 3 डिजिटको एरो कार्डको साइजको जुन चाहिँ लेन्थ छ, लेन्थ डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ. Length of all single digit card is equal. Similarly, the length of 2 are equal and 3 digit card are also equal. But when you compare the length of 1, 2 and 3 digit card, you will find that is unequal. Suppose let's take an example of 257. Suppose if you want to show 257, so you will have to take a cards having number 200, 50 and 7. Now overlap all the 3 cards. While doing so, you will see 257, but if we separate, we will see 200, 50 and 7, meaning 257 are combination of 200, 50 and 7. Also the position of 2, 5 and 7 we can find from this combination. Now look at page number 42. So bifurcation of 3 digit number is given, which a child can easily do if they learn above arrow card concept clearly, where we have shown position of different 3 digit number followed by another page. A beautiful content is given which children may enjoy to solve. So this way children are indirectly learning position of number, that is ones, tens and 100. And in last part they may enjoy to form 2 and 3 digit numbers using given digits. Now I'll talk some about that sum and differences chapter. So here the learning outcomes is solve simple daily life problems using addition and subtraction, numbers of 2 999 with and without regrouping, sums not exceeding 999. As this chapter is introduced in class 2 as combining and removing, in which they will learn sum and differences of 2 digit number. As sir already told, here every content is given with some purpose and some messages like sustainable development goal, value education, moral education, etc. to develop sense of addition and subtraction. Most of the content is developed in such a way that they themselves understand the need of addition or subtraction. Here algorithm is not used directly, in which child may not understand, which may become abstract to them. In class 2 itself, we have introduced the word addition and subtraction. So here in class 3, there is no problem to write the name of chapter sum and difference, which is mathematical word. These are some of the examples of experiential learning the children will learn by the experiences. The context is started with landslide because every child is familiar during rainy season. It happens in our state and people are shifted to camp. These are some real life situation. We thought if we relate mathematics to real life situation, then it becomes comfortable for the child. While doing so, they know a different kind of things happening in our surrounding. At the same time, they are learning maths. Here, context is concise because addition and subtraction sense is already developed in class 1 and 2. But here also we have done addition and subtraction using numbered line, breaking the number in the block of tens, which we thought child feel comfortable. Here algorithm is not used in the beginning. Look at this 2 content given example. So I'll discuss the addition from the number line. So here example is given as 81 plus 24. So here 81 plus 24, 24 is divided into 2 groups. It becomes 20 and 4. So while doing so, it becomes easy for the addition. So 81, if we add 81, 20 in 81, it gives 101. And then if we add that 4, we will get 105. Similarly, in subtraction case also, so 109 minus 12 is given. So this 12 is divided into two groups, so which is 10 and 2. First we will subtract 10 from 109, so we will get 99, and then we will subtract 2 from that 99, we will get 97.
श्रोता वर्गलाई म भीम ठटाल, डाइरेक्टर प्राइमेरी एजुकेसन अनि समग्र शिक्षा डाइरेक्टरको तर्फबाट नमस्कार। एससीईआरटी अनि समग्र शिक्षाद्वारा तयार पारिएको प्राइमेरी स्कुलको लागि जुन टेक्स्ट बुक छ त्यो तयार भएर आइसकेको छ। तर यो नयाँ टेक्स्ट बुकलाई पढाउनका लागि शिक्षक शिक्षिकाहरूले प्रशिक्षण लिनु अनिवार्य छ। अहिले लकडाउनको समयमा कुनै एक ठाउँ भेला भएर ट्रेनिङ दिन सम्भव नभएकोले गर्दाखेरि हामीले यो ट्रेनिङ आकाशवाणीको गान्तोक केन्द्र मार्फत प्रसारित गरिरहेका छौँ। प्रत्येक सोमबार, बुधबार अनि शुक्रबार दिउँसो 12 बजेदेखि यो ट्रेनिङ कार्यक्रम आकाशवाणी गान्तोकबाट प्रसारण गरिनेछ। यस कार्यक्रमलाई अस्ति चाहिँ हामीले प्राइमेरी टिचरहरूको लागि मात्र राखेका थियौँ, तर अब यो कार्यक्रम हामीले प्राइमेरी टिचरलाई मात्र नभएर चाहिँ सबै स्कुलका हेडमास्टरहरूलाई, ब्लक रिसोर्स सेन्टर कोअर्डिनेटर, क्लस्टर रिसोर्स सेन्टर कोअर्डिनेटर, एसिस्टेन्ट एजुकेसन अफिसर, एसिस्टेन्ट डाइरेक्टर, डेपुटी डाइरेक्टर सबैले यो ट्रेनिङ गर्न अनिवार्य रहेको छ। त्यसर्थ यहाँहरूलाई यो ट्रेनिङ अनिवार्य रूपमा गरिदिनु हुन हामी निवेदन गर्दछौँ। स्मरण रहोस्, यस विषयमा अब अन्य कुनै ट्रेनिङ गरिने छैन। त्यसर्थ रेडियो मार्फतै यो जुन ट्रेनिङको प्रसारण भइरहेको छ यसैलाई नै तपाईहरूले सुन्नु हुन हामी निवेदन गर्दछौँ।
This is the time that we had with us, and I will request you all, just in a sentence I will summarize it once again what all we have talked. We talked about the book structure, that 3 parts which was never before in our textbook. Learning outcomes, that separately you have to see, you have to understand, and accordingly you have to use the content. And the third part, other than content, it was teacher's page. Always go through that page, draw everything that you could out of that, and take help. And with this we will end it here, and I will request you all, please, we don't have much time to take your call further, so in case any queries, any concern that you have, you can always talk it to us at SCRT or even through HRD department, that education department, you can always send your queries. So with this, thank you very much.